Which kind of goes to my question earlier. The question you had earlier.
Did I have?
What's really original?
No. Oh yeah. Oh, full motherfucking circle. Yes.
Welcome to the Least Favorite Podcast featuring
Natalie
and
Denzil.
Let's go.
Oh, women. Why are you trying to understand? Boom.
Why do people of the opposite sex try to understand understand the opposite? All right. Why do men try to understand why women wear certain shit, and why do women do the same?
First of all, there's mad cork in my wine glass.
I've been watching that too.
I thought this was. First of all, I spit. I thought this was outside of the glass. There's one floating in there, but I'm just gonna drink from
outside
here.
of your glass. I thought it was just.
Me too, until some of it went in my mouth. Pause.
For the cause.
All right. So why are you? Well, no. The question was for men. I don't know if women try to understand.
Think women. Nah.
I mean, sometimes you make a comment like, "Yo, is he really wearing that? Like, why is he wearing that?" But I don't make comments on it. Like, I follow a lot of like famous IG girls, and they always say like their biggest haters be men. Men are the ones who are always commenting like, "Oh, I don't like your hair when you have it curly. I like it when you have it straight." Or, "Oh, like, why do you have to put fake eyelashes? Like, you already have nice eyelashes. Why are you doing that? Why are your nails so long?"
That's a fact.
And with the girls,
that's where the question came from.
The girls would be on IG like, "Yo, I do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like, why is it always men in my inbox or in my comments critiquing how I look? Like my physical appearance. Like, for what? It's not for you. If you don't like it, then what the fuck?" But it's always usually men. Like, they feel like women empower them and be like, "Yes, you look good, whatever."
Because women aren't honest.
Men always have,
Because women aren't honest.
You think that's what it is? Yeah. I don't think so.
And if a woman didn't like it, she wouldn't say it.
She wouldn't say it.
She wouldn't vocalize it on there.
So it's not about not being honest or being honest. Women just support women, I feel like. If a girl looks good. Not all the time.
Yeah.
But like you said, the question was for men. So why do men... I just think men, like we said, men need to realize that it's not for them. Like, women don't dress for men.
Of course not. But... those eyelashes are terrible, bro.
I like the eyelashes. What's wrong with the eyelashes? Fake eyelashes? Can you even tell the difference when a girl has them?
Yes.
What?
What if she has the natural... They have natural looking eyelashes.
Okay, there's levels.
Right.
Say from 1 to 10. If you go anything past 3, to that 10 is the extreme. And I mean like fullness of eyelashes. Like
you don't like them super thick or long?
No. Like where I can barely see your eyes. It's like your eyes is in jail.
Sleepy.
Like yeah.
You look like
it's heavy on the lid.
You
like
look like damn. It'll come to me. It's this character from Sesame Street.
Oh, with the is that with the elephant motherfucker?
Yeah.
Snuffleupagus?
Yes.
Snuffleupagus.
Yes, that's what it remind me of, low key, no shade. But
wow, I forgot about that.
no pun
like
intended. No pun intended either. Talking about eyelashes, I said no shade.
Oh. I didn't catch that. Ooh, yeah.
I was too busy laughing at Snuffleupagus.
So yeah, that's with that. Wait, what was that was a question though, right?
Yeah, it was like, why do we question it? Like, why do guys, like, it's not...
So do you guys feel like men dress for women? Because we know women don't dress for men. But sometimes, yeah. Like, sometimes if you know you're going to see somebody you like of the opposite sex, you might wear something a little more revealing or something.
I think that men do dress for women because, I mean, even though y'all fall for who we are, what made y'all even look at us in the first place is probably what we had on. You probably liked how we had something on.
Yeah.
You probably like how a shirt looked on us. It might have been like the way we put our jeans with a pair of sneakers or something.
What's wrong, makeup?
What are you, 1?
Or like the way our hat sits on our head or whatever.
Yeah. I'm also looking at, I don't know about you, but like I'm also looking at the guy who's like in the corner chilling.
Yeah.
Like I don't want the loud one walking around talking to everybody. Are you the same with girls, or you like the girls who are more like out there? And
yeah, I don't like girls that are like fishing for like attention. That's not low key. That's high key, like unattractive.
You think it's a red flag?
For sure.
Why?
Because that's telling me that you need attention, and when I give it to you, and there's nothing, It's just like, what did you want my attention for in the first place?
Okay, I know what you mean.
I mean, someone else could get her attention that quickly.
Yeah.
Anyone can get her attention. They just show her any little bit of attention, like she's gonna be all over that person.
Yeah.
Right, but if a girl likes you, she's interested in you, she's gonna do certain things to
get your attention.
Get your attention.
Yeah.
But if you notice those things, and it's like you see her doing like extra, it's just like when somebody's doing over and beyond, going over and beyond, and it's the same for like like if we like jumping through loopholes just.
Some girls like that shit though.
Yeah.
I like it if I like you. If I don't like you, all that extra shit, leave me alone.
It's subjective.
Like, leave me the fuck alone.
It's subjective.
I don't care what you're doing because I don't want you.
So what if it's a guy that you wouldn't even, like, you don't even have this idea of even dating him in your mind, but, like, what he did to impress you, like, does that even...
That would matter, but again, I still have to like him. But that might get me to like him.
That's what I'm saying.
It might get me... It'll get me to pay attention. I don't know if it'll get me to like him. So let me fix that. Okay. I'm going to pay attention and see how it feels. Like, what's the vibe? Because we still need to have some type of chemistry. What you're doing is nice, but if we don't have a connection, it's kind of like, what's the point?
Right.
You feel me? So I still have to feel it out. I have to see how it feels. Well, all right. That was impromptu.
So I was making make sense?
That was not the make it make sense. Do you want to start with the make it make sense?
Let's do it.
All right, fuck it. Yeah. So we were originally going to discuss NFTs, but...
We are IDIOTS.
Like... We're idiots. No, we're not... I understood a little bit of it, but like until I
don't have a full understanding of it, so I
maybe one day we'll talk more on it.
All right, this is why it's hard for me to really. I've seen a good like video about where it was Gary Vee was talking about it, and he was saying with NFTs that
he's a good.
Right now it's on the surface level, so people are just thinking about NFTs as like little art that they see online,
digital artwork.
Correct.
Or virtual like real estate.
That's the surface area of it.
Okay.
But where NFTs can become more lucrative, especially for people with ownership, is like say your landlord, that could be like an NFT, like your rent or some shit, like things like that. Like it can go even deeper with it's not just like art, it affects all phases of our life kind of shit. So like even like say like your phone or some shit like that, well that's NFT. So they'll try to monetize it with other ways. So I remember the video. I wish I fucking saved it. I was trying to look for it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, because you sent some in the group chat, but they weren't really. I wasn't really talking about it.
So it was more than just like the art.
Okay.
So the art where everyone is seeing now is just like the surface level. It can get deeper than what that is. But what's hard about it is just like with crypto is like I get when everyone's an expert at something. It makes me skeptical. Just because there's so many experts at this. It's like, oh, this is this. And I'm like, bro, you was stupid as fuck last week. You didn't know anything about anything. And now you're an expert in this thing this week. So that's where it always makes me like shy away from like cryptos and like NFTs because of that. I mean, I know that's probably the wave of the future because the people who are in positions of power are pushing it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be there. And also like, what's it called? Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang had an album, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, where I made one album. And it's whoever owns that physical property, like so that's an NFT, like something like that. You know what I'm saying?
One of a kind.
One of a kind.
Which is
thing.
what an NFT is. They're all like one. It's one thing.
Yeah.
So it's worth like I read Paris Hilton sold like a digital cat for $17,000. I don't know.
And like
and there's another like work of art that's like worth millions right now.
Correct.
A digital
cat.
What?
A cat.
A digital cat.
Like a painting of a cat.
Yeah, say if your favorite artist was like...
But Tory Lanez is involved in NFTs.
Yeah, so...
he has like a dog.
So what if Tory Lanez is your favorite artist, right? He releases a song as an NFT. It's one of one. You bought this song. Now you own it, right? So... And if I want to listen to it, you can charge me $10 to listen to the song. Okay. Or you can set up, you know what? We're going to have a fucking party and I'm just going to play this song at this party. You charge people to come and now this is the only place they can hear this kind of... this song or this music. Wow. You know what I mean? So like you can expand it into that as well. Wow. So stuff like that. Oh, okay, we created this podcast. This could be an NFT. Like, you know what I'm saying? Someone bought it, but they can only view it when all of our, say we had like 1,000 fans, one person bought it, only that one person can view it. And if they want to share it with that 1,000 fans, they can charge them or do whatever. Wow. They have complete ownership over it. So like that's where it could be more than just like people looking at these art images online.
The only thing I got, the main thing, because I don't even want to spend too much time on this, which we kind of already did.
Yeah.
But like NFT non-fungible. So like the only thing I got is that if something's fungible, that means it's the same value. So like if I give you $10 and you gave me 2 5s, same shit, right?
Okay.
All right. What else? If you went somewhere and got 5 ounces of gold and I went to another country and got 5 ounces of gold, it might look different, but it's still gold. It's worth the same. Like they're both worth the same. But non-fungible is like one of one kind of. Like there's nothing that's going to be equal to it. So that's what NFTs are. Like that's why like where you were saying you create one and that's it. There's not multiple one. That's why the value of it is so fucking high.
There's no duplicate.
Yeah.
No
No duplicates. That's the main thing. But I feel like
Shit, I'm an NFT.
right, we're NFTs. Fuck it. But I mean, as we learn more, and obviously this is gonna become something that I think is gonna be more mainstream.
Of course.
So we'll learn more about it. Hopefully,
It's the next thing.
I'm not gonna be dumb and just speak our opinions on shit that we don't.
Yeah,
even
but that's
understand.
that.
Yeah.
People seem like it's they feel like it's a scam. Like it's
does
bullshit.
kinda
It
give
sounds.
scam.
It sounds like bullshit.
It sounds scammy.
Like digital art worth millions.
Yeah.
Like okay, but maybe we're just.
But see, what it ties into too is like the metaverse. So
Yeah.
now, if you have 100 pieces of this digital art, right, from different people around the world, whoever, Picasso, fucking Vinci, just famous artists that are still alive or whatever, and now we're in this metaverse, and you created a gallery. Now people can come into your gallery through this metaverse, and now they can pay you. And that's one way you can earn money in this metaverse.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that crazy?
And now,
Like fuck a
that's-
regular job.
you get that real world money, and you got it through, you know what I'm saying, the
That's
metaverse.
crazy.
So that's one way you can
That's wild.
tie those two
Wild.
together.
Our world is changing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the world as we know it, it's gonna be so different. All right, so let's get into the make it make sense. The real make it make sense for this episode is don't react to a reaction.
Facts.
All right, so let's break it down. So Anthony, you're gonna have to tell us again where
shit.
you got this from.
All right, so I got this from Drink Champs, with Nori was interviewing Raekwon and Ghostface, and there was an issue between Action Bronson and Ghostface Killer years and years ago, where Ghostface was being interviewed. I believe it was on ESPN. I don't remember the exact show, and they asked him like about Ghostface because everyone else used to say Action sound like Ghostface, and he just made comments that were taken disrespectfully by Ghostface. So Ghostface reacted to it. You know what I'm saying? Said some things. So Action Bronson actually kind of responded after that. But Nori is cool with him because Action's from Queens. And he let him know, he's like, yo, you can't react to someone's reaction based off of when you started it. You know what I mean? You were the one who got him to say what he said. Like you kind of disrespected
He's
him.
responding to what you
said. Yeah, he's responding to what you said. So
based off of how he felt.
correct, off of what you said. So it's like you can't be mad at someone for that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
So in simple terms, like if something happens between you and a person, and the situation is you did something that upset them,
Yeah.
you now have no right to feel no type of way
Based
about
on how they react.
exactly how they react that can determine things. Like, because what if they blow up and it's just like super uncalled for and that's
What I'm
unnecessary?
saying because
But you gotta.
like just all right, I'm not gonna react to your reaction, but sometimes the other person's reaction isn't even for all that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you didn't even have to
And then
get that upset.
respect becomes a question now, because it's just
like you gave the example of like if I step on your Jordans or whatever, like I can't be mad at how you react if I step on them.
Yeah.
But like if it was genuinely an accident, like some people will really like curse you off for stepping on their sneakers, but it's like, yo, I didn't do that shit on purpose.
Right.
Like you're ODing. You know what I mean? So like I get don't react to a reaction,
And
but
just be dragging it.
some people just really OD and drag in. It's like, all right, like you're taking it too far now. They wouldn't want you to react as strongly. I feel like if it was reversed, they'll be like, oh, why are you ODing? Why are you taking it too far? So I don't know. I feel like sometimes it is warranted to react to a reaction, but that's me. But I guess the way you can explain it is like the way you react is on you. Like it's something within yourself that you need to work on if you feel like you need to react like an animal.
I feel
or
like
be
if
disrespectful.
I feel like if you're gonna react to something, just be mindful that somebody's gonna have an opinion on it, and they're probably gonna be vocal on it too. You know
And
what
then
I'm
it's
saying?
like a back and forth.
Yeah, just be mindful of it.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna put that energy out there, be mindful that if you're gonna put your neck out there, be mindful that you're gonna get hit.
I'm trying to think of a situation where somebody reacted crazy to something I did that I didn't think was that serious.
All right, for instance, I seen a post, right? The Travis Scott situation. It was on Twitter. Erykah Badu, she wrote Travis Scott a post saying, like, send him prayers and love, stay safe or whatever. And somebody commented on what Erykah Badu said. And said, doctors, what they said? She broke out again, like referring to like Erykah Badu as like a crazy person. And Erykah Badu said something, clapped back like super quick, and was just like, I forgot. I think she was like, "Fuck you, bitch," or some shit like that.
Oh,
it was
shit.
just like the super clap back, but like it's just like you put yourself out there. Like, why did you even say that?
Yeah.
She's responding. She's talking to Travis Scott.
It had nothing to do with you.
You put yourself out there, said something super uncalled for, and then you get, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you do something like that, you got to be mindful that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you did just kind of step out of line.
Yeah.
That's all.
That makes sense.
That's it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of being mindful, we have all right. So something that Anthony wrote again, be more present. So I came up with a question like, what areas do you feel like you can be more present?
Okay.
First of all, what does it mean to be present? Anybody want to go?
Being present means showing up in real time. So like, say for instance, like me, like I'm here, but that don't necessarily mean that I'm on my game. Being present would be me being on my game.
Like in tune.
No
Distractions.
No distractions. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I could be more present at work. I'm not as present at work.
Word.
Like I'm always on my phone. In between picking up kids, going up the stairs, I'm looking at my phone.
But what do you think you can be doing in that time?
Just focus on the kids or focus on my job. Like I need to put my phone away because even like during lunch on my phone, then when I should be doing my notes, like my session notes or like my prep period, instead of planning like activities and shit, I'm on my phone. Like I need to be more present in what I'm doing, I feel like. And then when I'm actually working,
because you're a teacher and all.
What happened?
You don't want people thinking that you just got their kids.
Yeah, like
the
when I'm
classroom
actually
is a ruckus and
working,
you-
it's like my mind is on everything
things.
else I have to do. But that's all the time. Like when I'm cooking, I'm thinking about shit I have to get done, or I'm thinking about yesterday or tomorrow. It's hard for me to be present.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Like being present, I read a book about mindfulness. So being mindful, like when you're eating, even when you're eating, like focusing on like the flavor, the texture,
taking your time.
Taking your time. They say you should even eat with your hands. Like you should eat all your food with your hands. No forks, no knives. To fully be present with the food and like become one with what you're eating.
So you about
like
to
the
eat
food will
some-
taste better
so
if you were
about to eat
touching
some
it
spaghetti
with your hands.
with your hands.
Some hot ass soup.
Hot. Oh yeah.
Hot-ass
No,
soup.
but then you just pick up the bowl, no spoon. Just like slurp it from the bowl. Feel me? And you pick up whatever veggies are in there.
To each his own.
But yeah, even when you're driving, like they even suggest no music while you're driving. Just focus on driving. Focus on the lights and the other cars and like being super present in what you're doing. That shit is hard. When you got like real life problems,
Yeah.
it's hard to think of like, or you're always looking for something to distract you. Like first thing I get in my car, I'm not thinking about being present. It's like, all right, what song am I gonna listen to?
That is true. You may see somebody, you may see an attractive person, and the first thing you think to do is, shit, where's my phone? Where's my phone?
Yes.
Instead of just sitting there in the awkwardness, staring the person back in
Back
their
in the day,
face.
they used to do that. There were no phones. This is the devil. I'm sorry, but like this is the reason why we cannot be present. Even when you go out with your friends, we're all out having a good time, but everybody's like this.
There's always that one moment
It's
of
like,
silence
damn.
when we all on our phones at the same time.
It's like, why can't we come up with a new topic of conversation or just like, I mean, nobody wants to just look at each other because it was like, what the fuck? This is weird. Like we're just staring at each other. Don't do it now.
But that will force conversation though.
It would.
Because it's gonna be like, yo, what you looking at? Like, you.
Like
Or
you.
it's just like,
I'm trying to be present.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
It would probably spark a conversation, like, because you don't have anything else to resort to.
I don't know if we're ever gonna get to a place where we're like that. Like no
You never
phones. I've had my nights though. Like I remember a couple of years ago on my birthday, like we didn't even take pictures. I was at like my friend's house. She threw like a little house party for me, and we were just having fun. Played beer pong, drinking, laughing, playing Uno. Nobody took pictures. Nobody took videos. Nobody was on their phone, and it was like wow, like we actually had a good fucking time. But that doesn't happen often. I don't know. If you're on a date, are you gonna be on your phone? Nope. First date? When you go on dates now, do you be on your phone? Now that you're more like comfortable in your relationship?
Nope.
No, you're present. Okay.
I mean, to be honest, like, I really don't be on my phone like that anymore. Like, I mean, unless I'm like scrolling and I'm reading something, like, yo, more so, I think I just need like a newspaper. Because I feel like that's all my phone really is. Like, I'm just reading news type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or gaining information. I don't know.
Learning
I don't really
some
be
shit.
using my phone. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to put myself on to some shit.
Is there any advice you would give to someone like me, or maybe you, who can't stop, like if you can't stop thinking about the future? Because that's what will stop you from being present. Keep thinking about the future.
Well,
what advice would you give?
You can't control what's in the future. You can only control what's in front of you right now. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we could do things now and hope that the future would look the way we want it to be.
Actually, that's exactly what you could do, though. They say that a lot, too. Like, now, what was it? The future is now, kind of? Like, whatever you do now is going to shape the future.
I seen a post today that said, what would you... I think it was a question similar to that. I seen it on Instagram. It said, and the guy answered and said, do what you would want to do in the future now and work your way back. So instead of thinking of what you're going to do next, do what you would do in the future now and then just work your way back.
Yeah.
Like, I already did what I wanted. Now let me go back and do what I would have probably did before this, or, you know, like... It was like a different way of like a different perspective on, you know.
I be having those moments like I'm like, oh, I want to be in the best like mental and physical shape of my life. But then like I'll have weeks where I'm just like laying in bed all the time, not doing shit. But I keep having this like vision of me super healthy, working out, all energetic, and it's like, bitch, how are you gonna get there if you're not even putting in the work today? So like that's been motivating me. Like, get your ass to the gym, get up. Do what you want to do, because you want a certain lifestyle, but you have to live the lifestyle now, so you can like become that later on.
I feel like another thing we have to do too is just understand that these visions that we see of ourselves is only a point in time. So like, you may be working out and shit, but there's gonna be days where you slack off. There's gonna be days where you cheat and eat. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be always up all the time. It's gonna be some valleys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
you
might be in that moment right now. You just having a little off day. That's all.
That's true. All right, so this is not a good transition, but we have another topic right now. What person, that is not a family member, has had an impact on you?
Famous or non-famous?
So we said famous.
That's fine.
Can we do famous? Okay.
Yeah, famous.
Damn, and we were talking about this before.
Yeah,
we had some good examples. Well, we said music shaped us, but then we were trying to think of one. Oh, yes. So I gave the example. My life was never the same after I read the DJ Khaled book, The Keys. I feel like after I read that book, I never saw the world the same way, because his book was that was like the first self-help book I ever read. And it was all about like gratitude, working hard, like being positive through all the bullshit, because eventually it'll pay off, and like and that's when I learned about manifestation, because everything he's like, more blessings, more money, more success, like he just keeps saying it over and over again. And he honestly, if you look at his life, like he is a testament to that.
And I feel like he spoke a lot of shit into existence too.
Hell yeah. And that's just by him being grateful.
Yeah.
Like, he was even, like, when he first started, how he used to, like, DJ at a radio station. And back then, you know, he had, like, real records and crates. He would, every day, every time he had to record, like, carry those crates by himself. Every fucking day, back and forth. He was living in his car with his wife now. He was homeless. And he was still grateful and still happy and still working hard. And, like, look, to go from living in your car to that, I was like, oh, nah. And I'm over here complaining about, like, dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, my mindset was negative. I didn't know anything about being grateful or, like, putting out positive energy to get positive things back. So, like, that's why I said, like, after that book, my life was never the same. That was it. How about you?
I mentioned before, the book was called You're a Badass.
Oh, yes. Damn. I know which one you're talking about.
Don't quote me, but I feel like that's pretty much what it says on the front of the book.
It does.
And it pretty much, I don't know, like it just gave me a different
this one,
outlook.
right?
Yeah.
What is that book about? Because I never read it, and it's cheap. They sell it for $8 on Amazon.
It gave me like a different outlook. It just made you feel like you know, like stop feeling sorry for being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be out here just doing what you usually do, and you may step on some people's toes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you could be doing super good in life, super positive. That don't mean that bad ain't gonna happen to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. That just kind of opened my mind. Like, I feel like I should read more. It's funny because, like, I don't really like to read, but I like to read. Like, if it's something that I'm interested in, that I know is going to benefit me,
right,
cool. But I'm not going to just read a newspaper or read, like, a dictionary or some shit. And just
just for the
words.
sake of reading. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It got to be something that, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like is going to change. Like you said,
change the way you think.
Exactly.
That's what I do.
Change the way you think, and like your life, watch your life really like.
I only read books like that.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
And I need to do that more.
Yeah. There's a book, when I'm done reading, I'll let you borrow it. It's called 100 Essays That Change the Way You Think. And it's like, it's short essays, like 2-3 pages, but it's 100 of them. So far, amazing. I'm like, oh shit.
Essays that change the way you think.
Change the way you think. And it's really changing the way I think. Like, it just pushed it in a different perspective. It was just like, wow. It's a really good book.
Yeah, I gotta see that. Bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it next time. Do you have anything you want to add? Did anything change your
anybody
or anyone?
Damn.
Or maybe somebody. Do you have anybody who, like, you saw them as an example of what not to do? Because that can also shape you.
Well, definitely that, but I also
you know what I mean.
It's a lot of those.
Yeah, because I can also, if you like, yo, I know I never want to be like that. I'm gonna do everything to make sure I don't end up that way. Like,
it's sad, but it's people in my family.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you
said not family, but I could say my step pops. Technically, that's like not blood. It was someone that I met, and he just showed me how to like do things as a man, kind of thing. You know, how to be respectful to people and talk to people, speak to people. The way he treated his family was something that you can look up to and you know, admire. So like my step pops was definitely that type of person where I looked up and I was like, damn, he just following. He didn't like give me like those type of talks. We kind of just he never
just was those things.
Yeah, he was those things. You know what I mean? So
which is the best way, the best example to set.
Correct. So it's something that I got to see from him. You know, just little things like that. I don't know, like making sure for his family, like all events he was there. He took care of everyone. Like even when he passed away, you just seen all the love that he got because of how much love he gave to everyone. So like I try to always be that. Like I don't think I have anyone that hates me in this world. I think I'm, you know, pretty much everyone like likes me as a person, you know, and that's kind of like the energy he always gave off. Like, so like something like that.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that is dope.
All right.
To him too.
Yeah, you know what?
Word.
All right. So the next question was, how do you define obsessive behavior?
This is a
Meaning, at what point does love or can love turn into obsession?
Want me to answer? You looking over here?
No, I'm trying to think of like Obsessive behavior.
That's easy for me. I don't get obsessive over
go.
people. I get obsessive over things. Like when I want to do something, I get fucking like my mind. Like if I'm in bed, I'm looking up how the hell can I edit pictures better? How can I take pictures better? Or like it's like all like when I wake up. So like you know how you say be present when you're at work. I'm at work, like, all right, let me see how I can do this fucking video shit. Thinking about something else. So when it kind of consumes my entire life and wherever I'm at, everyone I talk to, my conversations always come back to that in some way. It's like, yo, I'm trying to do this. Like, it just consumes my mind for the most part. Like, so anyone I talk to now, like, I'm talking to them about some kind of pictures or video type shit about something. Or even when I go on Instagram, that's all I look for. So even when I see someone's picture, I critique it in my head. Like, I don't like just because of this.
My recent upload, my recent picture.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I see shit and I'm like, yeah, they could have did this better. And like,
picture? He was like, you got the PS3 with the wire showing. I don't need to see the door. Cut this off.
I ain't gonna hold you
Dim the lights.
There's a lot showing in that photo.
I'm the main, and then he didn't like that I cut off my toe.
If you're gonna show the PS3, show your feet too. Show the bunions and everything. Show it all, man. I'm with you on that.
Whatever. But I got it.
So the point is that like when I'm looking at
it's a photographer thing though. It's a photographer thing.
But it's more of an obsessive thing because I can't just look at it like.
And it's just like
if you wasn't obsessed, you would have never noticed that.
Correct. So I'll look at people like I like pictures on Instagram, and then people be like, "Oh, you didn't like my picture, blah blah blah. You hating me or some shit." I just didn't like the picture because now I look at it a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like fucking amazing at it, but now I'm just looking for certain.
Saying that it's not a good photo, you just don't like.
I'm looking at certain things differently now because I'm doing like studying pictures and things.
Okay, but so my question was geared more towards in a relationship.
But I'm not in a relationship. That's the only way I can answer it.
All right. So what would be? What
if you're okay? But what if you are like speak hypothetically? Like what
would be obsessive behavior?
Yeah.
Because I feel like girls be obsessive when they like somebody. I'm obsessive when I like somebody.
And I feel like when men become obsessive, it's 9 times out of 10 it's probably bad. It turns out bad.
So I dated someone obsessive. It was bad because I felt like I was being stalked. So that's when it goes too far for me. When I feel like you're low key stalking me.
So when is it good?
Well, I don't think anything. I feel like an obsession in general is like has like a evil kind of undertone.
There's a thin line. There's a thin line.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, between.
So I don't think it's ever good. I guess the good version would be like clingy in a way.
Okay.
It's
like soft obsession.
Soft obsession.
Yeah. Like
soft core. Soft
porn. Like, soft obsession.
Yeah. Like, clinginess would be that. But clinginess is still annoying. Depending on what it is. Like, don't call me every fucking 20 minutes to ask me what I'm doing. Like, I just fucking told you. That's obsessive. Or, like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Who are you going to be with? What time are you going to get there? What time are you going to come back? Like, you need to chill with all the fucking questions. That right there, I don't like either.
That's crazy.
That's obsessive.
Is that too much for someone that you live with?
See, that's a different layer. But no, because it's like if we live together, unless we have kids, I don't see why you're super worried. Like if I'm going out,
unless you kind of like you messed up the trust a little bit in the past, then now you have a reason to.
That's a good layer because that could lead to obsessive behavior. You fucked up. Now I don't trust you, but now I'm gonna be obsessive now because now I don't want you like doing it again. Away. Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
Well, I have a friend. Well, him and his wife, y'all know who he is, but when he goes out, they have an understanding. It's like, yo, just be home before the sun comes up. That's it.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Excuse me?
That's it. Just be home before the sun.
For real?
That's it. Just come home before the sun comes up.
Wait, is that good or bad?
That's it. But they agreed to this beforehand. This is an understanding beforehand. So it's not like, so say
you got to be home at 4 a.m. or by 2 a.m.
Correct. It's just like, yo, be home before the sun comes up. So like if he goes out and like the sun is about to come up, he knows like, yo, let me get home. You know what I mean?
Holy shit.
And so at that point he can't even be mad if she maybe hits him up like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Because they already had this pre-agreement. You know what I mean? So because you were saying
I think
like
that's fair. I mean, if the sun is up and you still out, like what the fuck?
As long as you have an agreement on something, the next day is wild.
Yeah, next day. That's why before the sun comes up.
Yeah.
But that's still kind of late.
That's wild.
Honestly.
A lot happens at night. Freaks come out at night, man. I ain't about to just let you go.
Yeah, but
So
you gotta
if they
think about
come-
the sun's coming up at 6 a.m. Most people, if we ain't coming home at that,
But you know what? I'm sorry. If we live together, 6 a.m. is still a little too, unless it's extenuating circumstances. Like if I was going out to like a bachelorette situation, that may get a little wild.
You're helping your mom move
Yeah,
in.
but that's the point I'm making. Most people aren't gonna stay out
Family
that long.
oriented shit.
No, but like if I'm doing a bachelorette, like maybe we have different stops throughout the night and we're going to end at a diner at 5 a.m.
That's
you feel
fine.
me? But that's going to be communicated.
Correct. Yeah. That's
So
what I mean.
that's fine. But like every time I go out, I'm coming home at 5, 6 in the morning. First of all, what?
No
That's
one's
mad.
really doing
I'm
that.
yawning by 10 p.m.
about
So like,
She already got a glass
I'm
of wine.
ready to wrap
Before
it
we
the
wrap
fuck
this podcast,
up.
so she gonna be.
It's like, this is the last hookah refill. This is the last picture. I'm
Wrap
out
it
of
up.
here. It's time for me to go home.
Wrap it up.
So shit like that, yeah. The older I get, I'm not gonna be out so. But I don't know. People are different.
I mean, I fuck with the agreement. If y'all come to an agreement on something, then cool. There's a common ground there.
Yeah.
But
So back to obsessive behavior.
I was talking to someone, right, and we had a conversation. So we were just talking, but it was like a hypothetical situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
She got mad at this hypothetical, and then literally blocked me on what we was talking, blocked me on social media and everything, and then starts calling me and starts texting me back like, why aren't you answering my phone calls? Like literally within like a 20-minute span. And I'm like, what the like, so like that's
Wait,
kind of
blocked you at the same time and then 20 minutes later called
correct.
you?
So we were having a conversation. It was a hypothetical, like,
What was the hypothetical?
is this the same person?
yeah. So, you know what it was? Because me, I'm the type of person, like, if you said you wanted to stop talking to me today, like just as friends, then I'm like, all right, whatever, cool. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to start calling you, hounding you. Sure, you don't want to be my friend anymore?
Like,
Correct.
Nah, none of that.
It just cut you off. I can do that with anyone, I was telling her. And I'm just like, that's just how I am. She got mad at that. Like, she got offended. Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, you know what? Because
Guilt
that's not a normal. Well, I've always said you're not a normal human. Like, fuck a normal guy. You're just not a normal human. Like, most guys wouldn't be okay with it. Like, some guys would be like, hey, or maybe she's used to a certain type of guy, like, being on top of her.
But it goes back to the make it make sense shit that we just did.
Tie it up. Tie it in. How?
She just blocked him. She's mad at him for whatever reason, right? Now, you blocked me, and now you're calling me. And because I didn't answer, now you're mad? Bro, you just blocked me. We're beefing right now.
No, it wasn't even beefing. She was like basically like F off, have a good life, kind of like,
know,
and then
but
just
like,
blocked.
Once she
Off
said,
of a hypothetical.
Of a
okay,
hypothetical
but
conversation.
at that point, y'all are at war now. Y'all not on good terms.
Exactly.
Not to make it that dramatic.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
You know, y'all not on good terms now.
Right.
So like,
So how did it end? Like, did you pick up?
Like a couple days later, I was just like, okay, like what, like what's, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah,
that.
it's
It's like,
giving
yo,
like it's guilt shaming. Like she wants you to feel bad for what,
like, yo,
Yeah.
for how she feels.
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's toxic as
Did
fuck.
she apologize?
Probably not.
Yeah, ish, I guess. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't even know.
You don't know if she apologized?
I don't remember. I just like, to me, I'm just like,
Whatever.
it was so long ago now at this point
okay.
that I was just
You
like,
probably would have remembered.
Yeah, I think you would have remembered if somebody was like, yo, I was wilding, my bad. Like,
it just got to the point where I was just like, yo, I just like,
It's a
last time you blocked me or just ignore me, I'm like, all right, cool. I just can't keep going. Yeah. I won't say her zodiac sign.
Don't know
Cancer?
what that's like.
Man,
cancer for real?
man.
Damn, we got a bad rap. So yeah, obsessive behavior. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, what else is obsessive?
All right, I got this to say on obsessive.
Also, hold on. Before you even go, obsessive behavior to me too is just like holding on to things and not letting them go. Like, if we argued about something and now we keep arguing about the same shit
Still
over
dragging
and
it.
over and over and over, it's like, yo, this is obsessive at this point. You need to heal from this or we cannot continue because this is fucking detrimental to anything we're trying to do.
All right, so I agree with you on that.
Yo.
Wholeheartedly.
Like,
Don't
enough
be
is
dragged-
enough.
Don't be dragging this shit.
How many times we're gonna talk about, like, from which angle now are we gonna tackle it? We done tackled it from every fucking angle.
It in so many different perspectives.
It's over. We can't. My thing is too. We cannot go back to the past. Like anything that happened is like it's over. It's done. All we could do is just move forward, and hopefully we
learn from what we went through.
Get our closure and just changed behavior. Like closure can come from the changed behavior. Yeah. That's all I want to say on that. Go ahead.
Obsession shouldn't be in relationships. Shouldn't be obsessed. Anyone.
I'm guilty of saying it though, without really meaning it. Like, oh, I'm so obsessed with you. Like, oh my God. But like, it's just a moment of like, you know, when you're like with your significant other and you're like, oh my God, like I'm so happy with you right now.
But
like,
even still, when you say that, I feel like what you probably really meant, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, you probably just obsessed with y'all.
Okay. Like just in love with us. So maybe in love is a better word.
Yeah, like you're more so obsessed. Well, not obsessed.
Enjoying it.
Yeah, you're like, you know, you're basking in what we have going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, do good and bad. Like, I enjoy this. Obsessed is a little too strong of a word. Like, obsessed is like...
It's a little psycho.
Like, you about to be... Like, you popping up for no reason.
I've had pop-ups.
And it's just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you showing up at places surprisingly
with a white shirt.
And you don't even know. I didn't even tell you where I was going.
Right. You found out from someone else, or you saw I posted some shit.
That's you.
I don't like that.
You putting pieces together.
Doing
and
too
shit.
much.
Yeah, that's obsessive. That's never cool with me. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Like,
then what happens if that person starts going to like your family and starts telling them things about you? That's where it's like, yo, even more. That's when it gets like.
That's obsessive. That's why
it's like, yo, how you trying to put?
Like, I feel like boundaries is important.
Yeah, but you know what? In my case, it was up to my parents to set those boundaries because my parents didn't have those fucking boundaries set. Like, my ex kept calling and like snitching on me. Like, did you know that Natalie was on vacation? Like, I went on vacation with my sister and we were both single. Like, fuck it. My sister had met like a guy and he was there with all his cousins. So I took a picture with one of the guys. It was innocent because me and that guy had nothing going on, but he kissed me on the cheek. So my ex saw it and was like, did you know that Natalie's at the pool kissing guys? And my mom called and my sister was like, first off, we're on vacation. And we're single. If we want to talk to guys, that's on us. We're grown because whatever the fuck we want to do. Why the fuck does he feel the need to call you and snitch? And then he tries to threaten me. Like, I'm in Mexico and you're threatening me.
So this is your ex. Y'all was still cool?
No, we weren't cool.
So why does he still have your parents' number?
He had their cell phone number. He was very close to my parents. But like snitching on me, and then he was like, oh, you better call me before some shit goes down. And my sister was like, I know you're not trying to threaten my sister. We're in a whole other country. Nothing's gonna go down because she's not with you. And you don't gotta fucking go to our parents to tell them shit. Like, fuck out of here. But my mom would allow it. So that's why I said, like, the family needs to set those boundaries too, because my mother would pick up the phone and listen and react off of it. And my mother had to let her know, like, you're either on your daughter's side or you're on this guy's side who's he's nothing to you, really. So that was a whole other thing. But yeah, obsessive behavior.
I got 2 questions from that.
Yes, go. Go.
It may go somewhere else.
Nah, go ahead. Let's do it.
Right. So
let me take a sip of my wine.
At what point do you let your significant other and your parents exchange numbers?
They already had each other's number from. I mean,
but at what level do you say, like,
well, all right,
they might as well. Y'all could.
To be fair, we kind of grew up together, so they knew him from when he was little, so there was kind of a bond.
Okay.
Okay. But honestly, I don't think it would be weird if my significant other got my parents' numbers.
I'm not saying
like it's gonna happen.
I'm not saying it's weird, but at what point? At what point? Like, what's too early? Or
too early is like first meeting. I feel like why y'all getting numbers now?
Like when's a good enough time then? Is there like a certain amount of? Is there?
I think once you start coming over for holidays,
I was gonna say at
that's a
least two
good time.
holidays.
Yeah, once you start coming over for the holidays.
2 holidays is safe.
Yeah.
2 holidays. So the first one's getting to
holidays.
know each other, how y'all
Yeah.
are during the holidays.
Yeah.
Second one, y'all probably already saw each other a few times
Right.
in
Yeah.
between.
Right.
So you cool at that point. So
I would
now,
say holidays for sure. And then like my parents, they're big on pictures and like you better send me the picture. So they're gonna need numbers. That's how they usually get the numbers, I feel like. It's like, oh, you took a picture on your phone? Send it to me on WhatsApp. Here's my number. Boom. Feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, that's how I got half of the numbers in my damn phone from people.
Yeah. Like send me the
I'm
pictures.
always taking the goddamn pictures. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, send me that.
Save it.
Yeah.
A lot of times I don't save them though, but it'll just be
empty
numbers.
numbers in your
Yeah,
phone.
I don't delete like messages.
347s,
So it'll just be like messages.
917s.
You said you had a second question though.
Yeah, the second question was, as a parent, at what point are you gonna like be like, all right, this is too much for me. Like I don't want.
Yeah, so with that, like even like when me and him had broken up, my mother was still like making dinners for him and inviting him over to the house. And I would tell her like, why are you doing that? Like I don't want him here. Like I'm already in a relationship with someone new. Why would you have him over the house? Like that's uncomfortable. And it was always like, oh well, big deal. Like we love him still and he's still part of the family, blah, blah, blah.
Too invested.
But it got to a point where like there was a holiday where I was with someone new and that person was, you know, on their way over for the holidays, Christmas time. And my ex had just showed up at the door and like left. It was kind of cryptic, but he like left, oh God.
I feel like you told me the story.
Did I?
I feel like you did.
Oh, I never said it for the pod. This is content. He went to my sister's wedding like a year or two before and he had like the garter. So he like left it at the door with like some other gifts. But he like, there was no card, there was no name, but I knew from the garter that it was him. And it's just like, why all this? It was like a year or 2 years later, you're showing up and you're leaving gifts. Like I'm in a whole new relationship. You like the person who I was dating wasn't there. Yeah, like they hadn't come, but it's like, what if he was there? That would have been uncomfortable for that person. It was just like weird. And it was just like, this is because there were no boundaries set by you guys. Like I feel like if I break up with somebody, enough. Like you don't have to keep on.
Yeah.
And like you're allowing him to call you and snitch on me and say that he saw me here and saw me there for what?
But then again, y'all grew up together though.
Yeah, but barely. So. Like we knew each other when we were little, but it's not like we were hanging out every weekend type shit. It was just like a kid from the block type shit. You feel me?
So it's kind of like, oh, you know, like I know that boy. Like he wouldn't.
Yeah, and like his mom and my mom, they got along, but it's not like they were besties.
Oh, okay.
It was just like
I've never had that. Like my parents, they don't really know any of my like anybody that I've dated. Like they don't know their parents or anything like that. Like they've never exchanged numbers.
Have you ever got to the point where you thought about like, hey, have you introduced a woman to your parents before?
Yeah, he has.
Okay. I was gonna say, have you ever got to the point where you thought about, you know?
Yeah, but I think you still keep a level of like distance, right?
Right, and even my mom is the same way. Like she's not gonna be like, oh, let me get you. Like nah, like that's still.
Question.
I feel like she would still probably, just knowing myself, and I'm my mom's child. Like I feel like she would definitely like, are you okay with me?
How old is your mom? I'm just curious.
60.
All right. My mom just turned 55, so she was always young and like, you know, she's 17 years older than me.
Yeah.
She always got along with like the younger like family members that were like females and stuff. Yeah. So she just always grew attachments to like women that dated.
But your mom is very cool.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I asked. It's just I was wondering.
She's definitely
60.
Tune.
Like
Gotcha.
she's a real 60-year-old. Like like my mom is a little out of tune too.
Yeah.
She's
like loving.
Not all the way out of tune, but like she's she's not in tune with what's relevant or what's important to women in my generation. Like she's just not gonna understand it. Like she's not.
Yeah.
My mom's she's lived long enough that she just understands what works for her, and she doesn't care to know how anyone else works. So, yeah. I feel like that's all it is.
Yeah.
All right. That's all.
Well, damn. Do we have anything else to say about obsessive behavior?
Ooh, Natalie went through her drama.
Yeah. Was I ODing?
It's a no-brainer.
Was that like bad?
Wait, so then when did it eventually stop with him then?
Yeah, back to that.
How did it like stop? Like, does he still contact your parents?
No, so he doesn't. How did it stop?
What was the cutoff?
Fuck. Okay, so when I was starting to date my new person, and I think I had introduced a new person to my parents at this point already, but I don't think he knew that. So he was like trying to tell my mom, like, and I saw, that same guy that Natalie's with, like, she was hanging out with him while we were together, and like I had saw them in the car together, like saying more shit about like him seeing me with that guy.
What did he want your parents to do? Give you a beating?
I don't know what he thought, but like apparently like my parents were gonna forbid me. He was basically just trying to stop me from moving on. So it was like whatever I can do to stop her from moving on, because his attempts at like trying to talk to me or like
You bringing up the old guys.
it wasn't working, because it was like, no, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. So he thought that by, I guess, telling my parents they were gonna force me to get back with him or something. So it got to a point where my mother was like, enough is enough. Like, she basically said it in Spanish, and I wish I could say it, but I'm not gonna say it. Basically, she was just like, her pussy is hers. If she wants to give it to every guy on the block, it's her fucking business. El toto es de ella. That's what she said.
That answers my question.
This person button. I don't even care. It's a button.
I said, well, why?
Toto, what?
Right there. Just
Boom, right?
It was just like,
Wow.
she was like, enough is enough. Like, we don't, like, she doesn't need you to keep calling me and like trying to harass me or tell me things about what she's doing. Like, leave her alone. She doesn't want you. Y'all not together anymore. You only call me for that. Like, he wasn't calling to see how she was doing. He wasn't calling to see how like anybody else in my family was doing. It was literally to call it was literally to call just to snitch. And it's just like, if she doesn't want you anymore, then what the fuck is the problem? Leave it alone. Why are you doing this?
To pull that last card of maybe your parents will force you to get back with him. Like,
that's what he wanted. And it's like, but then do you want somebody who's forced to be with you? Like, that's not.
You that deep into obsession. You ain't thinking about that.
Right. So
wow.
That's when it stopped. After my mother yelled at him, like cursed him out, he never did it again. He stopped. And I would too, because my mother gets upset.
That's probably what it took.
Yeah. But that's what needed to happen. That's what I wanted to happen for months. And I kept telling her, like, stop picking up. So, like, just stop. You're enabling it.
Yeah.
And eventually it stopped. So, but shout out to my sister, because she was really, like, she had my side during that whole
As she should.
situation.
As she should.
Yeah, so that was great. So, yeah. Whew. That was a lot. Moving on.
Wow.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into cultures. Which world culture is most fascinating to you? This one was hard because we were both saying how we don't even know that much about other cultures to know what's fascinating or not. But something that came up was like Asian culture, right?
Yeah, like, you know, they
Wait, you said Asia culture?
Asian.
Okay. Asia is a continent
Okay, so what?
that consists of a lot of different countries.
Oh God.
So we need to.
so we already fucking up.
We already fucked
So you got
Alright.
India is on Asia.
Gotta draw it back.
Part of Russia's in
Gotta draw it
India,
back.
Asia. So what are we talking about here?
Russia's in Asia.
There's
I
part of
need a
Russia in
map.
Asia. Part of
Russia is the biggest.
part is in Asia. Parts in Europe.
Yeah.
All right.
India's in Asia. So
So I was saying, all right, Indian culture, Japanese culture.
but see, these are all different cultures. That's why I was asking what.
Okay, so
Well,
let's
there's
say
not
that.
one specific that I
Japanese
could.
culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, but I can't say just Japanese though, because it's like a specific.
All right, I'm gonna say the cultures that I kind of like, I don't know, admire, I guess, would be cultures that have like Buddhism at the forefront of their belief system. Just because I like everything that Buddhism stands for. And it's basically just like what we talked about, being mindful, being present, knowing that good is going to come, but bad is going to come. And it's just something you have to accept and go with. Or like accepting all emotions, good or bad, and living with them and not letting them consume you, but acknowledging that they're there.
Yeah.
So that's something that I
fuck with that, because it's like you're not becoming what you went through.
right.
You accept it, you learn from it,
Right,
and move on.
That's it. They try not to dwell, but they understand that suffering is a part of life. And I feel like and I guess in my religious beliefs
It's
or
very
the way
humbling.
I was raised, it's like you want to avoid suffering, you want to stop the suffering, but
Yeah,
sometimes in avoiding it and stopping it, you end up causing more suffering.
Yeah.
Because you're not confronting what it is, and it
Yeah,
keeps
you're not
resurfacing.
facing it, yeah.
Exactly. So that I like.
It's very humbling.
And I also like, I mean, it is Japanese culture, or is it Chinese culture, or maybe both, where they like really respect their elders.
That and like you
Yeah,
know their style,
definitely.
like they wear streetwear, like you know I wear streetwear, like a lot of their styles and stuff. I fuck
They
with.
dress
Like,
nice.
Definitely Japanese and Korean.
Okay, I was
That
gonna
really
say
big with that.
Japanese and Korean, but I didn't want to say the wrong
Right.
group.
Wait, big on what? The dressing?
type
The
of-
streetwear.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
They dress nice as
Yeah.
fuck.
And it's like it's effortless. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah, that's just their regular Monday, like, rolled out of bed outfit.
yeah.
Like, we actually try, and they don't.
Yeah, to them, like they out here really just trying to keep dry in the rain, but they just swaggy at the same time.
Super swaggy.
But
Yeah, but a lot of those styles are influenced by like us.
But
Yeah.
I feel like they do it
But
better.
what I was really gonna say is like the question is what our favorite world culture.
Yeah, like, most fascinating.
I'm gonna say all the black cultures because there's so many different kinds. Like it's all kind of like connected, but it's
Because
so
I was
many-
thinking for me, like Egypt, like you know,
Okay.
Egyptian
Yeah.
culture like that.
exactly.
You know, saying that ancient fucking world and seeing like the pyramids and like the way they live and everything nowadays is crazy. Like, that's fascinates me the most.
Yeah.
And a lot of these cultures are humbling because fucking Americans, bro. Like everything is like
Everything's so blah here.
no, everything is like attainable here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's no real struggle here compared to like out of the
Well, yeah,
United
other, like,
States.
third world
I
countries.
was
No,
about to
that's
say,
true. That's
are you
true. That's
serious?
true. That's true.
Our struggle is nothing compared to others. I mean, there's different extremes of shit. There's different laws and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
But here though,
we have
we
advantages
struggle.
here.
We
People come
do.
here to move forward.
But it's like Black Americans, we struggle having culture to identify with.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
so that's something that
Because people are always taking your culture.
we
That and
You know.
like,
Well, but the
we
good thing is that
really don't belong
no, I
here.
don't.
We
But I
just-
kind of
Correct.
disagree because you guys are the dominant culture. Like, black people are the dominant culture. I feel like. So it's like it's hard to keep it exclusive for you because everybody's biting off of it. But in essence, black culture is the superior culture. Like, that should
That's the
kind of
base.
make you feel good because you're really setting the tone for everybody else.
Yeah, we're the base.
it's
the
created
base.
from like
The
with
problem is that you
foundation.
guys don't get the acknowledgement
Credit.
Yeah,
or the credit that you
yeah.
deserve.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem. But the
Exactly.
problem isn't that you don't have a culture to identify with because you do. It's just the problem is that everybody else is also identifying with the same culture.
Which kind of goes to my question that we had. The question you had earlier.
What did I have?
What's really original?
No, oh, yeah. Oh, full motherfucking circle. Yes. Nothing's original. We were just saying it. Nothing's original. Like, but it's like, how can it be? The only thing original is the person doing it, because there's no one you. There's no other you.
But why are we so in love with originality? If there's no such thing as like, if there's nothing original now, everything is kind of like.
I think it's
recycled.
more so whatever's not seen the most, because nothing's original, but is everything being
Or is
advertised
it
the same way?
Individualism.
What do you mean?
Like, we all might be wearing the same shit. Like, think about it. We work in a hospital and we all wearing scrubs and shit.
Right.
Everybody look a certain way.
Right.
For some reason, the way I got it on, it looked like I just put this on today. Like I got on, like this is what I decided to wake up and put on today. Mm-hmm. But opposed to everybody else, everybody's wearing their uniform for work and shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of stand out.
Yeah, even if it's like a little
Individualism.
pin you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Individualism.
we live in like a look at me culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we
And
call
hey, I could do it too.
correct.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If someone gets too much credit, it's like, well, wait, I can do that too. Look at me now. For doing
that's
the
really
same
what
thing.
it
And then you
is.
got that person that's like, yo, I've been doing that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like, even as New Yorkers, like, say if Denzil, I put you on to fucking, you wear a crunch, I put you on a Nipsey Hustle, right? I'm going to remind you every time I see you that I put you on a Nipsey Hustle type
I
of shit.
hate people like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yo, oh, you wearing that shit? Nigga, I put you onto that shit 10 years ago,
people
kind of
like
shit.
that, bro.
And we live in that type of
You want to be the like originator. You want to be the one to put people on.
You want to be the alpha and the omega.
But that's
you know what I mean?
That's not.
Jesus.
It's just not realistic.
That was a bar right there.
Mathematics, B.
God
Word is bond, kid.
Sitting here trying to read the shit. Where's the bomb at?
Nothing is original. But the way you do it is original, I feel like.
Yeah, how you do it.
How you
know
do
what I'm saying?
it.
Like, cause you do have to tip your hat to like the OGs and shit that might have did whatever you was doing before.
Just doing it a little bit differently. You're just doing it a little bit differently.
Yeah, like you having your own little twist to it.
Yeah.
That's really what we do.
So speaking about doing things differently.
Okay.
What would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you?
Aha, I like what you did there.
Ah, you like that. I'm getting better with the segues.
like
the
that.
segus.
You segging right now.
That's how you spell it.
You segging.
I'm segging.
Y'all both just went too far with that one, but I'll just let y'all live because originality. Let's go. We're rolling with it.
Exactly. Who else said segging? I'm the first motherfucker to say seg.
What would I do differently? I don't know. I'm trying to I should have thought about this before coming here. Oh, we did say we would quit our jobs and be hippies.
I would do everything.
And I would just live off the government and pursue
I would do everything. Everything that I doubted myself from doing.
But why can't we do that now? Is the real question. Like, fuck this question. The real question is, why can't we do things differently? Why do we give a fuck about people judging us? Fuck them. Fuck y'all.
Because we have feelings. And
Ego.
we care about how we're looked at as, you know what I'm saying? Like, we may see ourselves in a picture and be like, oh, that's a nice picture. But then
somebody else will be like, ugh.
Nah, you might find out that this picture is going on the newspaper. You're like, oh.
Damn, I could have worn my hat differently. I could have put on a different shirt. I should have posed this way. Maybe I could have showed some more teeth. It's true. It's fucking true. Like, when you told me you didn't like my picture, I was a little tight. But when you broke it down, I understood.
That's why I didn't say nothing. Damn. That's why I didn't comment on the picture.
Block on that situation.
Like, full circle.
Yeah, I could have commented it on it or like sent you a DM like, yo, I don't like this.
I probably would have blocked
you would have. She would have responded super. But see, that's understanding, knowing someone. And it's like when I could tell you in person and we talked about it different ways.
So that's really why you didn't like the picture.
Because I didn't like the picture.
That's crazy.
So you noticed?
I would still like a picture even if I don't like the picture just because I know you.
Why?
A lot of times I do. Don't get me wrong, I do.
It's like I'm supporting you. Fuck how you look in the picture. I know how you look in real life.
But what does your how does that benefiting them?
But why would you not like? It's not benefiting them. But why would you not like it because you don't like it?
You're supporting them.
If I'm supporting, all right, but I'm different. I'm not Anthony. Like, if I'm supporting you and you post a picture, I'm gonna like it. It doesn't do anything for you. Well, I don't know. It might do something for you. I
understand what you're saying, but you're saying you're supporting them by liking, like that, giving that, them getting that extra like. Is that gonna
support from someone that you know? It's like, oh, someone I know fucks with this picture. So it's a confidence boost.
So you liking is kind of. Well, if you see,
if I like something you do, I'm showing. That's how I show support to you.
So it's kind of like a applause, like yo.
I see you. I see what you're doing.
Okay, I see what you mean. Why you not applauding her shit?
Right, because the fucking wire of the PS4 was showing,
and her toe was missing.
Right, my toe was missing. My toe was not missing. It was cut off though. But yeah.
She cropped the toe.
I'll like the picture.
Nah, fuck it. I don't want your like now. I don't want it. I'm about to disable you from liking my shit.
Last time you like my picture?
You don't be posting pictures.
What was the topic?
Oh, sorry. The topic was shit. And I'm the only one drinking, correct?
Yep.
What would you do differently? All right. So first of all, I don't think I would have even. Okay, no, I'm not even going to say that. I was going to say I wouldn't have even pursued my career now. But I'm not going to say that because, honestly, whenever I talk shit about my job, I really think about how fire my schedule is, the days I got off throughout the year, the hours I work is amazing, and my actual job is great. Like, it's really not that difficult. I'm pretty good at what I do. Mm-hmm. So it was like, I probably wouldn't have pursued it because it's like I feel like I was kind of forced to just find something that was going to be like lucrative and like easy for me to find a job. But I am grateful for what I'm doing now. But I think I would probably quit. I would probably quit and just kind of live my life freely, day to day, like a nomad or fucking
But what's
hobo.
crazy is it wouldn't be too different from how I live now. Only difference is I have money in my pocket.
Right, exactly, which is nice, and I get paid very well. So it's like, I don't know.
Like, what did you call it? Like, you'd be like a hobo?
A hobo.
I'm a pretty fucking fly hobo, man.
You are like a hobo, kind of.
Damn. All right.
No, not a bum.
I'm a pretty smart, fly,
But you're
functionable,
chill. You kind of go with the flow. Like,
cordial.
I don't know if hobos do that. I think they do it without choice. Like, they have no choice but to go with the flow.
What's the negative connotation to hobo?
What's
anyway?
a hobo? You know what? I'm looking up hobo right now. But
Hobo?
what else would you do? All right, let's talk. Anthony, what would you do if you knew nobody would judge? But do you care about people judging you?
Nah, not really. But
You said
maybe
I would just do the same thing.
Yeah, like.
nah, you know what? Maybe when I was younger, I did. I made a lot of stupid decisions when I was younger.
Person. It's a hobo.
Yeah.
That's it. Homeless person. You are not a homeless person. I don't view you like a homeless person.
No, but like
A free spirit.
So, like,
No?
you said a hippie.
that's a sugar coat
Hippie,
for
like.
okay.
It's hot. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
like
think.
just a lot of decisions when I was younger. Where like when I was in school, I was always smart. Like definitely had a lot of common sense. Even was book smart, but I wouldn't put a lot of effort into my schoolwork. Because I used to have this dumbass thought in my head that like my father was in jail, so I had to be a bad boy because my father was in jail. And for like, I don't know why I used to think this, like to make him proud, I used to have to fuck up and do dumb shit. You know what I mean? I used to have to like act tough, you know what I'm saying? Like walk down the hallways and bump someone just to start a fight type shit. So like I used to do dumb shit like that when I was a kid because of like seeing my father in jail, thinking I had to be that way as well. So like those type of decisions, and I would have did way better in school, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just because I was like, I don't need this shit. And that was just me being like arrogant too, because like a lot of stuff that I knew, like even in high school, I learned when I was younger and I knew it already. So it's like, this is a waste of time. Like, I don't know why I'm here. Because when I was young, I was always in like advanced classes and accelerated learning and shit. And so by the time as I got older and older, it was just like, I already learned this. Like, this is a waste of time for me to come here. But just, I should have just did it and just got it over with. You know what I mean? So it's like those type of things I wish I could have took away from it.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did the same thing, but not for the same reason.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, I was advanced in a lot of instances in my life where I was in school and shit, and not for the reason of that he did it with his father and shit. I, as a kid, I wanted to maintain being cool, and that if that meant as me not being the smartest kid in the class, which I probably was one of them, but I wouldn't I would hold myself back. So if I knew the answer, I'd probably just wait and let a few people like take a chance, and then I'll say something.
That's how I was,
You know what I'm saying? I hold myself back.
Yeah.
I used to dumb myself down. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't want people to think like, oh, so he's the smart one, or he's the nerd, or to label me as anything.
Right.
And then now you have a reason to come to me for answers. And nah, bro, you're not
I was the
about to.
opposite though.
I didn't want to be that person.
I would wait to see people get it wrong so I can show them that I knew it. Be a smart ass.
Yeah, you give me. I can see that.
That's what I like.
can
Like,
see
look,
that.
y'all dummies.
Oh, so
I'm
that's
smart.
what the answer was.
Yeah, you thought.
Okay.
Yeah, you thought.
You see, you just made me you just made me think about it completely different by you saying that, because I felt like I experienced that a lot in grad school, because I was like the only like Dominican Puerto Rican girl. Everybody else was white, except for like one girl, but she was white passing. She was Spanish, but she was more. I feel like she was more white.
Gabby.
Yes.
Okay, that's her name.
So
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So when I would be the
Shiznizm.
same way, like I would be like, oh my God. But for me, it was like, I didn't want to get it wrong. Even though I would know the answer, I would doubt myself, and I'll be like, I'm not going to raise my hand because all these girls are going to look at me like, if I get it wrong, oh, typical dumb, like Spanish girl from the Bronx. Because I already know they were looking at me like that. Like, what the fuck is she doing here type shit. So it was like, yeah. I felt that from a lot. Not all the girls. Some girls were very sweet, very nice, warm. But a lot of girls would look at me like, like, how are you? Like, how did you get here? Like, how are you in this program? And I'm in this program type shit. I would feel that. And it was uncomfortable. And I remember sitting in class knowing the answer, but not wanting to raise my hand, feeling like, Or like I would feel it more too, like if we had to do presentations. I would do my presentation, and I would get nervous at presentations, but I do really good. Like I do really well. Afterward, like some girls would be like, oh my God, like they would be shocked, kind of like they couldn't believe that I was able to articulate myself a certain way, or like I sounded educated. So they would like compliment me in a way where it was like,
You do that so well for a Latin girl.
they didn't say that, but it was like, oh my God, like you look so good up there. You look like, wow, like you really know what you're talking about. And it's like, well, bitch, like why the fuck are you so shocked? Like the same way you're sitting in these seats, so am I. Like you got here because of your grades, so did I. Like there's nothing making us really different other than my ethnicity.
Let me ask you a question to that.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel that maybe they didn't feel that way? It's just that you had that doubt in your head
Sometimes.
and it was just all in your head?
Sometimes.
But what else would it be? What else would be the reason?
Well, you know what it is? I get what you're saying, because sometimes when you already have a thought like they're judging me because of this,
Yeah.
any little thing, anytime they look at you a certain way, or you feel like they did something or they did a certain action, because you already are programmed to think that people are judging you, you automatically take it as judgment.
I get that, but what is the other? Play devil's advocate.
What is the other? What would be the
I am playing
other?
devil's advocate because, well, what I'm saying is that maybe they actually didn't think that. They didn't even think about you in that way. What I'm saying is that, all I'm saying is that maybe, did you ever just feel, because just from knowing you.
Well, yeah.
Because I know you as a person. That's the
yeah.
reason I'm asking. Because I know you're more of a pessimist than an optimist when it comes to a lot of things.
I am.
So, and you can be timid in things. So,
oh, okay.
you get what I'm saying? I'm talking about because I know her as a person.
My thing is, I did give that benefit of the doubt. Okay. And I would never act on it or come on my face. It was kind of like, maybe this is just something within me that I'm thinking this way.
But then again, they don't know you.
They didn't know me. I didn't know them either.
Aunt knows you. You know what I'm saying? It's different. These people don't know you a hole in the wall. So how could they sit here and be like...
some girls that I thought were judging me for that weren't, and ended up becoming like my closest friends in the program.
Okay.
And then, but there was some girls where it's like, I knew. Like you just know.
Okay.
It's like, there's no way that you can like, what's the word? Like go around it or whatever.
Beat around the bush.
Beat around, like we know what the fuck it is, so it's fine. But I would give the benefit of the doubt. And anyway, like for me, I never wanted to prove them right about me. So it's like, I'm not about to fucking get ratchet or come out of character
Not about to
prove
give you a reaction.
Exactly. I'm not gonna make you feel like the stereotype is correct. So I would always keep to myself, kept it respectful, did what I had to do. Because at the end of the day, it was a 2-year program. I'm here to do what I got to do and get the fuck up out of here. And that's it. So that was it. But you made me think about that with the raising of the hand.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, like just being yourself, like unapologetic.
Yeah, but my point wasn't trying to doubt what your feelings. It
No,
was
no,
more
no, no, I
because
know.
there are a lot of
I
times where that happens to us, where we feel a certain way. It's like, you know what, everyone's looking at me, but I'm just really in my own head about certain things.
We're always in
where
our
it
own
happens,
head.
You know what I mean? So that happens to us. But I don't doubt you because I know where you went to school at. So
Exactly. Long Island, it's a different world. It's nice though, but it's a different world out there. But we were talking about like being shit. You made a good point and it segued perfectly into the next topic, but I forgot what the point was. About I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. I don't remember the point you made, but
when you said, wait, say it again. That you
rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not.
Rather be hated for who I am than to be loved.
I feel like, yeah, that sounds great, but nobody really wants to be hated. Do you want to be hated? Are you comfortable with being hated?
No, but
especially when you're just being you. It's like, damn, I'm just being me and people just fucking hate me
that's
for
true.
me.
But people is gonna see you for who they are, for how they see you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't control how somebody sees you. That's out of your control. So it's just like, you're better off just like embracing it. Like, you don't have to love it, but you don't have to hate it either. You could accept it. But I would much rather want to be loved for who I am.
That's what I'm saying. You would rather be loved, not hated.
Yeah.
But
if I'm hated for somebody that I'm not, then shit. Well, like, what if I'm perceived as a millionaire? I'm not gonna hate the fact that you see me that way.
I'll use myself for this example. I dislike people that are very overly friendly and loud the first time I meet them. I don't like people like that. I just get off like,
What are you hiding?
yeah, I don't feel genuine. Like, I don't feel you're being upfront with me. I feel like you're hiding something behind this smile and this over the top. So like, I distance myself from those people. So, I mean, I don't hate anyone, but I'm not about to be like, oh, hey, what's up? We best friends. But I'm definitely like standoffish with those type of people.
And some people are opposite. Like, they prefer people who are like that than the person who's like more reserved.
Correct.
Because they feel like, oh, that person has an attitude, or they're stuck up. They don't want to talk to anyone. So like you said, it's like whatever the person decides that they want to have, like whatever opinion they want to have about you.
Let them have it.
That's what they're going to have.
At the end of the day, that's all we entitled to. Our own opinion. And all we do is get caught up in how wrong people's opinions are about us. And it's just like, yo, who cares?
I think people who don't struggle with that are people who know who they
Who
are,
they are,
for the
who's-
most part.
Who's
'Cause
very
some people,
comfortable with
we're
who
all
they are,
normal.
too.
Like, you're gonna feel some type of way, but I think when you're really comfortable in who you are, it's just like, yo, fuck
Can't
you.
nothing sway
Like,
you.
kiss my ass.
Yeah, so what? Big forehead, so what? Been had it. Been seen it every day.
It is what
Tell
it
me
is.
something I don't know.
Word,
bro.
that's me and my forehead too. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
it's my
I know I got a
to
big
deal with,
forehead.
not yours.
Let me zoom into it. I'm
Don't
joking.
you dare.
I can't.
I was gonna say, like, the most comfort you can get out of it is just knowing that you are being who you wanna be, and whoever doesn't fuck with it, fuck them. Like, they're not supposed to be in your fucking life anyway. Like, kiss my ass. But that'd be easier to say than, like, it's easier said than done. I feel like.
We gotta stop saying that.
Why?
We
But
got
it's
to
true.
stop. It is true, but we gotta stop saying that because ain't nothing in life easy. So for you to say it's easier said than done, it's just like, it's kind of like duh. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like what's understood don't have to be explained
Okay.
in a sense.
Okay.
I hope you don't take that as an attack.
No.
But it's
I get
just
what you're
like-
saying. I never heard anybody break that down and say that.
Yeah, I seen that somewhere. Like we have to stop. We have to get, not to say that.
Like,
we have
everything
to
is
stop.
easier said than done. So there's no need to say that.
Yeah.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
feel you.
nothing that you really want in life
It's
is
easy.
gonna be easy.
Yeah.
So you saying it's easier said than done. Like nigga, we know that. If you did what the fuck that's hard,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have to say it.
Right.
You wouldn't be in this position
Right,
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 now.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
No, I feel you.
That's it.
You made me think about that just now.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about it like that before.
I seen that post and it checked me because I was one of those persons that say that like it's easier said than done, bro. Like
It's not.
life is hard. It's like duh.
Like, shut the fuck up and do
The
something.
sky is also blue, motherfucker.
Right. All right. We have our last topic.
Damn, is another topic?
Yeah.
All right,
Should we
let's
even
go.
do it or save
Fuck
it?
Go.
What is
Well, it
it?
should be quick. Which is more important, the human body or the human mind?
Oh,
Bruh.
but if I had to choose, it's the mind.
I was gonna say, but then again,
It's the mind.
all right. You know how? Go ahead.
The reason why I say the mind is because you would want your body to be in the right shape, but you would have to be in the right mindset for your body to be in that state
True.
in order to live on.
True.
If it was just a mind, it's just like, well, you need the. I mean, if it was just a body, what would you need the mind for? This controls this.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
And they also say,
And
like,
if you take care of this, this is gonna continue to run
yes.
because this is inside of this. Whew. This is something that you gotta look at. You can't
Yo.
listen to this and get it. You gotta
Okay.
watch this.
Yeah, you gotta watch this part
gotta
because
watch
he did
this
a lot
to
of
get it.
pointing.
Yeah.
And if you're listening only, you're not gonna get it.
Facts.
Damn.
So basically, what I said, all my pointing was basically, if your mind ain't right, you ain't gonna get you're not gonna have the enlightenment to know. Well, all right, my body. In order for me to live longer, I have to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that mindset. But at the same time, you can't. You gotta be mindful to take care of this too, because you don't want to get too caught up with what your brain is telling you to do. Your brain might be telling you to work, but really your body needs rest. You got to be mindful that your brain is inside of your body. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was pointing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the mind is more important.
You feel like the mind is more important?
Yeah.
I would agree. I agree.
Because if your mind ain't right, you probably in jail or dead.
Like they say, stress is like the number one cause of like sickness and disease and illness, right? And that comes from your mind. Obviously, you're ruminating on shit. You're constantly stressed out, worried about this, worried about that. And
that's usually fuel to the fire when you're already in a compromising situation. Like if you have, God forbid, but rest in peace to fucking
Virgil.
You know, he just passed from cancer or whatever. But like, let's say for instance, you what was the point again?
About stress being like the number one.
All right, say if you have cancer, if you're stressing it, that's an underlying, making it worse. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to you being optimistic, that's not necessarily weighing on you that much.
Yeah.
If you're pessimistic in a situation like that, that stress is gonna weigh on you and it's gonna affect your immune system.
It is.
And weaken it.
It is.
So.
Yeah, I think the mind, but like, if you are just a floating brain, like how much are you gonna get shit done? If you don't have a body to get, like, if you, God forbid, are like handicap or cripple, your mind could be amazing, but like if you're not physically able to perform the things you want to do, how valuable is your mind at that point?
No, your mind is always valuable.
I can give I can give a counter to that one.
Go
Stephen Hawking.
Damn it!
But that's a rare occasion, though.
That is rare. Like that's not everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not everybody.
But even still,
I mean, he's passed away at this point. But
you might be super intelligent, but don't know how to put it into words. You may not know how to write. You know what I'm saying? But you know how to sing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like your brain is always worth something.
Yeah.
Whether your body's like, you know what I'm saying, like capable of performing it the way, you know.
Okay.
It's always gonna be some type of beauty to it.
Okay.
I don't know. Currently, I'm feeling like body, because my body is like at a point where everything is hurting, and it's the only thing that's affecting my mind. I never really stress over anything.
Yeah.
But now with my body, it's like keeping me awake all night.
Yeah.
I can't sleep, and at work, I can't. It's affecting my work because I'm uncomfortable at work.
Yeah.
So that's fucking with my head, like because of my body, and it's the weirdest shit. So. It's kind of the opposite right now for me.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
And I can't do mind over matter where I can just be like, yo,
I was just about to say that too.
I can't do it because I tried, but I just.
That's how I feel.
And I still feel it.
Yeah.
Like I tried.
That's a blessing and a curse too. Like saying mind over matter. Like bro, your body's probably really tired and you still talking about some mind over matter. Like nigga, you on your knees damn there now. You're not even walking no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
mind over matter, like that's another thing. It sounds good, but it's not always the case.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like I have stomach issues.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but no matter how positive I am
that
that day,
that,
my stomach be killing me. I'm in bed all day. Like fuck everything. Fuck a positive mindset. Like I'm not positive right now. I don't feel fucking good. So it's like there's certain things that are out of your control.
It's mind over matter to an extent because you could choose to fucking lose yourself, or you could choose to be like, you know what, this is just a moment in time. This too shall pass. So it's levels.
Yeah. All right, well, let's wrap this up. This is a long fucking episode. Any fucking takeaways?
And that's the end of this episode.
Takeaways, be yourself. Fuck people who judge. Every day I'm trying to like do shit where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do this shit. Fuck this bitch who has an issue with it. I don't give a fuck. Like, sometimes you want to be politically correct, especially at work. I don't know why I'm thinking about it because I got to work tomorrow, I guess. But, like, you want to write an email, like, a certain way. Like, I be catching myself, like, why am I giving all these fucking details to this bitch? I'm going to give her one sentence, however the fuck she takes it.
Give her what she needs.
It's how she takes it. I don't give a fuck if she thinks I'm being rude. I got a shitload of other things I got to do. Fuck it. I don't care how I'm perceived in this moment. So, yeah, just live unapologetically. Why is that hard? That word is so hard.
It is tricky.
Say.
It's tricky. It's a lot of syllables.
Unapologetically. Boom. That's my takeaway.
Live unapologetically.
There you go.
Yep.
Is that good? Is that both of our takeaways?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Great. Bye, guys.
That's actually the name of the episode.
Bye, guys. No. Live unapologetically. There we go.